Hello everyone, this is Bulbous Tumultum, a longtime player of CRPGs and colony builder strategy type games. Not necessarily what people would call the best player or the player that likes the hardest of modes, but I enjoy doing the building and a bit of the surviving. So we're going to play a new game of RimWorld today. I am going to start a new colony. I have a bit of a scenario that is pre-started. Some of the main mods I am using are a lot of Sir Mashed Potatoes Elder Scrolls mods that add things like the Bosmer, also alpha animals, alpha biomes, and a RimWorld of Magic, which is one of my favorites. There's also Dub's Bad Hygiene and, roughly 300 or so mods total. So there's not going to be a full mod list unless a lot of people request one, in which case I will cry a lot and put one together. I honestly often play with Phoebe because I do like the time to build. We'll start on Phoebe and we'll see how it goes with her on Blood and Dust. And reload anytime is more in case there is a bug or crash or other problem, because admittedly with 300 mods, sometimes something updates and something else doesn't, and things go wonky. I have a vague idea of what we're going to want for this run, in terms of, or what I want for this run. We're going to do slightly more people than usual on the map. We're going to go with a slightly cooler temperature, slightly higher rainfall. I do like to break the game by doing more than 11 factions because I really can't just choose. I like all of my Elder Scrolls factions, and then there have to be some humans, and I can't bring myself to do something where it's only the Bosmer or only the Dunmer or only this or only that. I like them all too much. It's a weakness. It's something the game doesn't necessarily like. We're always going to have a lot of hostiles because of this. But, hey, hopefully we'll survive them. We'll get to generating this map. You may from time to time hear a cat in the background. You may hear multiple cats in the background. That's just a feature, not a bug, of me doing anything in this house. And hopefully they'll behave and let me get around to doing what I need to get around to doing. Okay, we have our map. Because it is nice and cold, there are let's see here. Never for growing periods. Year-round for growing periods. Quite the jump. Well, I mean, it's basically we've got a patch of glacier down south. That's nice. Let's see. What kind of... I kind of want to do the cloud forest. Or, no. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. What do we want to do? I said I had a plan, and then, I promptly forget what my plan is because I decided to do this at 4 a.m. because I'm unable to sleep, and we'll see if it works or if it's a disaster that I don't want to share. I kind of wanted to start on a map that doesn't have a lot of trees to begin with. We are playing a tree huggy faction. It's the Bosmer. And the idea is that, you know, they are on the run, and they escaped some enemies, and they are having to rebuild. Let's go ahead and try this spot out. It's a little bit of alpine meadow, a little bit of boreal forest, mostly tundra supposedly. I use a mod that lets other biomes sort of bleed through. I like it. I like having the variety on a map. I like using a slightly larger map, or, you know, fairly larger map, really. I don't go all the way to large because I remember that those broke games, and you have a lot more problems on those with people, you know, walking to the edge of the map to do something and then turning around not doing it because they're starving to death. So let's get going here. We're going to start a fluid ideology. I do vaguely know where I want things to go. As for how we're going to start it, though, I thought, do I have the Boss Mary? Is there the green? Oh, here's the Green Pact origin. I'm not sure if we're going to go 100% Green Pact of, you know, no harming plants, etc., etc. It may have changed over the generations. One thing we are starting with is, call me weird, but one of my favorite precepts or memes to start with is blindsight, which, you know, I don't know. I like the idea of, in fiction, these characters having, you know, blinded themselves for a better oneness with the, you know, for more understanding of the universe and enlightenment. That's what it is. I do play with a mod that gives blindsight a slight psychic vibe to it. If you open up psilinks in their minds, it does start to give them the ability to, you know, have slightly better aim, have all this stuff. It grows with your psilink. So if you don't have any psilink, you don't want to use ranged weapons. You're going to be missing a lot. All that fun stuff. Like I said, I don't think we're going to go full green path. They're not going to do the cannibalism thing. I think we're going to say they don't really care about insect meat. You know, it's kind of, you eat what you can to survive when you're a tribe. We'll do some basic free live. Aggression is acceptable. Monogamous relationship. Actually, let's spice things up. Let's not do necessarily monogamous relationships. 3 or fewer. Oh, I do want to before I forget this. No. There we go. hopefully slightly cooler than what the random generator wanted me to call things. That looks like a nice symbol. I do use vanilla expanded ideology stuff, including expanded symbols, so that I have more to choose from. Maybe a mistake because it means that sometimes I wind up staring at that list and scrolling through it way too long trying to find the right thing. Okay. They are going to be okay with eating animals. We're going to make charity essential for these guys. They are medical or social only for drugs. They are going to eat veggies and plants, I think, at least as we start out. We might change things as we go. And let me just see if there was anything else I really wanted. Now, because, what I'm doing with these guys is it's not so much that they won't eat plants or that, but they do have connections with the trees and stuff, so they do have a very good farming yield, which will help in a cold biome where you have to make it count. Okay. Okay, here we go. I'm going to give them particular compassion for their allies, I guess. Actually, there. Anyone who's helpless, who wasn't hostile, we're going to try saving them. Which might get messy if we fail. I think it will debuff people. And, oh, where was the cutting trees? Here we go. Cutting trees is at least disapproved. We're not going to go to the point where it's absolutely horrible, but they are going to not particularly like it when they have to cut trees. But when they do cut trees, it counts because of their connection. So there we go. I actually kind of like that. I kind of like this. I do not so much like the idea of calling the animal specialist a snout touch. Yeah, no. Nah, let's let's see. To go with the Blindwardens, the animal specialist is the Beast Warden. And we're also going to not use the ridiculous pre-generated medical names. I really like these beads that I get from the expanded ideology thing. They make me happy. Okay. Let's see. No, I don't necessarily want you to happen in April, May. I want to give us a little bit of time before a feast pops up. Let's see here. We're going to say that we have a chance to get a recruit if we have a very good feast. Okay. I like me a good drum party. Yeah. You can be done anytime, and for giggles, I'm gonna do one of my favorite modded rewards, which is a random reward. There's a whole lot of things that can happen if we do this. And then the other thing we're gonna do we want to do a Christmas tree party? I've never done the Christmas tree party because I want to find a mod that reskins it so it's not necessarily the Christmas Yule kind of tree, and that it can be some other kind of tree. We'll do it. I like the Sky Lantern festivals. Those are pretty. Okay. You will happen at the end of winter. And let's see. You will call a venerated animal if we do well. Gonna do Neil Pillows for the thingy. Oh, I forgot to choose my art styles. That's very important for there is no real art style for the Bosmer from Sir Mashed Potatoes mods yet. I hope at some point there is a bit of something added. We're gonna go with this modded druidic style for a start. And from there we're going to go totemic. And also, where's our animalist? Okay, so those are going to be our decorative styles. Do I want to add anything more? I don't think so. I like a lot of these modded things, designs that you can get for your art, but we'll just keep it to those two things. Okay, so we're gonna go with you know, that's more for the, this is the druidic, this is the Norse, but we're gonna go with this Norse one. Okay, I like to do this in order. So we've got the small sculpture, large sculpture, grand sculpture. I'm going to make this last one the totemic. Okay, let's add some relics. We'll add antlers. We'll add a horn. And finally, how about a little statuette of a monkey? They like Neolithic weapons. Okay, now here's the important stuff. We're going to do Anima Colossus are venerated, and Anima Spriggans are venerated. That's from Alpha Animals. This is from the Elder Scrolls Spriggans. Okay. They all like their blindfold if they aren't already having their eyes missing. Wood relaxed. And the other thing, I think, because I like the vibe it gives, is the medicine bag. Which also it's a useful item. I don't know if some might say I'm cheesing it because I'm going to start out with it, but we do what we do. Okay, no beards are frequent. Because we're starting as the Bosmer, they're not really a beardy people, and I'm not all that into beards either. They're okay, but yeah. There's a couple of the urban hairs that I always like to add. I really like this brave hair, and this hideout hair is kind of cool. The side braid's kind of nice. Yeah. And we'll do this revolt one as well. I forget, do I want to throw any of these? Not really. I do like the... Okay. Oh, tattoos. Right. We are going to, make the Boss Mary tattoos normal. I'm going to keep the tribal tattoos as well because I do like those. Okay. I'd save this, but so that I can use it later if we have a problem or we have to restart the colony because of a failure. I don't know, but if you save a fluid ideology, as near as I can tell, if you load it, it is no longer fluid. I ran into that problem the last time I tested it. So we're going to just shrug and hope things... Oh, I'd say hope things go well, but hey, this is RimWorld. Let's see. Do I want something besides the pelt coat? We'll just do pelt coat for them. Okay, here we go. Let's look at what we've got. Squeamish and Wimp is not going to work well for us, so we're going to scoot out of that. I like this medical and this intellectual skill. Those will be useful. I don't want skooma addiction. Just no to the skooma addiction. Now, the downside of this is when you do the ritual in-game and you gain the blind sight, if the ritual goes well, you also automatically get a Psylink. You don't get that when you're starting here. So in the name of storytelling, I am going to cheese this. We are going to go into health, and we're going to add a condition. Oops, no, brain. Where's the brain? There we go, brain. Okay, and we're just going to give this person a level 1 Psylink, like their gouging out of their eyes went very well. Oh, I did it to the wrong person. Let's go back in. I keep forgetting that I like this mod a lot. I also use prepare carefully, but for customizing people, I tend to really like the okay. I could have a freeze up problem. There we go. I just clicked the wrong thing twice. Here's the one that we want to have the Psylink for. Okay. Industrious kind, heavy sleeper, good high animal skill. What we're needing at this point is we're needing, okay, cooking and plants, that's good. I need someone who's good at construction, so let's see if we can get a good construction person on this try. And ta-da! We have a good construction person. Let's go ahead and also edit Nivermore so that they had a good ceremony. Okay. Because they're sort of going to wind up being, oh, I need to edit this one because I need to take away that side talent. There we go. You're just blindfolded, you're cool. All right, you are awesome. I don't like that you're an undergrounder. That's gonna be a problem if you ever show up. Let's go with that. These three may or may not show up at some point and, you know, become part of things, so I don't want them to suck horribly. Okay, so we've got good stuff. We got a really good construction person, got a really good research, really good plants. Yeah. Let's get going.
Hi folks, this is Sam the editor. This is the point where VT pretty much forgot that she had muted the microphone due to a sneezing fit. The only thing you're really missing here is a lot of planting, so I'm just going to fast forward through here at a ludicrous speed and get back to where she's at with her voiceover, so buckle up.
And I forgot to unmute my mic for quite some time. So that long silence may be edited out because it's just going to be people planting boring plants. We are trying cassava as well for garden because it grows fast, and if there is fog on this map, the cassava will grow even faster. We did get a woolly mammoth, which is awesome because we need that meat and that hide. I also really, really need them to build the fire so that we can start cooking that meat. And let's get a... Okay, there we go. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna need to get that stuff. We're gonna just cook some simple meals. And also we're going to just make a buttload of pemmican when we can, as we can. Just all the pemmican that we can make. And actually what I'm going to do is even some of my guys that don't do growing, I'm going to have them start to harvest. There's going to be a lot of botching happening, but we need people to be gathering those berries and trying to get food set up. I'm going to plant another of our guardian plants too. These Spriggan trees are going to grow extremely slowly because of the climate here. But once they're fully grown, we'll have Spriggans out of them, which will be useful for gathering food off of, and also just for, in general, they can be trained to haul and guard and attack and hunt and all that kind of thing. No, actually. Okay. Blah. Okay, that'll work. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to make it easier for them to get their meals by making a preferred meal stockpile right there. I don't really want to waste bones because we're going to need those bones for food. Let's see, how much does this take? Okay, that's good. These are not the most comfortable seats in the world, but... Oh, no, actually we don't want to use those. Those are... That's actually too... What are we going to do for chairs? Okay, we're just going to go the boulder route for chairs. I use the RimKia mod that gives me a lot more tribal stuff. Might be considered a little bit cheaty. Whoa, I'm sorry. I just dropped a cat. Oh, Frumpkin, I'm so sorry. Uh, he was getting in my way, so I picked him up to cuddle him, and he wriggled, and I dropped him. I love you, Frumpkin, I'm sorry. There's always excitement at my house. Okay, that was the last of our cheese, so we are going to have to... Oh no, there's a little bit of cheese left, good. Details. I'm going to just have you drop the pemmican on the floor so that it's even faster to make that, because that's going to be the important Sorry, Coyote, you started it, and we need the meat. And the fur. Okay. Where's this raid? Yeah, you're gonna be a problem, but... Making them anti-cannibalism might, I might regret that in terms of, you know, sheer survival. Once I have a few basics set up, what we're going to just do is tunnel through here so that it's easy to just for them to zip on into the storage area. We are going to go ahead and build ourselves a tent wall. What do I have? I need heavy fur. Oh, I need heavy fur, not wolf skin. Heavy fur is what I've got more of. Okay. I'm gonna use just a little bit of bone for the door. Because the actual tent flaps, I think, let out heat. Do they let out heat? We're just gonna go heavy fur all the way. more wood. I'm sorry, guys. I know you're really hating cutting down these trees, but it cannot be helped at the moment. Bit of a slow start because of at least there's quite a few berries on this map, so I've got those to harvest real quick for pemmican use while I'm waiting for my crops to grow. Oh dear, a Mecha Wolverine, that could be a problem. If it comes after any of our colonists or our venerated animal, that Mega Wolverine is going to be an issue. If it stays away and finds enough other stuff to hunt, it actually may be a source of free food. We'll just scavenge whatever it kills. I'm not sure my people can take on a Mega Wolverine without some deaths. Okay, to use that bone, I am going to need a better butcher table. I'm going to go ahead and build it out of bone. Yeah, well, we're not doing anything where that arcade path is going to be useful. Yeah, that is a charity event. We're going to need to take it. Who's got a good social skill? Because that's going to be Estin. And for whatever reason, I have had a bug recently, and I don't know what mod is causing it. I've tried to track it down, but manhunting animals are turning into non-manhunters when they spawn in. It's not something I deliberately am trying to do, and I don't know how to fix it, and I'm kind of disappointed with it because I don't really want that to be happening. I want the manhunters to be manhunters. But hopefully it'll clear up. There we go. That's some pretty good speedy mining. Why are you kitties getting on each other's nerves? Take a quick break to feed the cats because it was their morning breakfast time and they were rioting. And I also fed myself. And surprise Pikachu face, eating food can make you feel better and more alert and more awake. Oh, hey, we have a Cuomo Nest. This is kind of annoying, but also kind of good. Its expansion is going to be very annoying in terms of them wrecking and taking over territory and destroying walls and generally wreaking havoc on any architectural plans we might have. But it's a free source of food. The Cuomo eggs, they don't lay them very often or very fast. But yeah, we're going to be cooking the heck out of them. And they also can be dangerous if something upsets them. They will turn manhuntery aggressive for a short time before calming back down, and the Cuomo warrior at the moment would tear through my little tribal people because they're pretty tough. And my guys are not very tough. But we're going to see if we can live in symbiosis with this Cuomo Nest. Cuomo mining is usually, Cuomo egg mining is usually a Dunmer thing, not a Bosmer thing. But we'll take all the food we can get. And that's, the long and short of it is we'll take all the food we can get. And hope that they don't, chew through walls so that everything collapses on our heads at some point. Because that would suck. Trying to tame this red panda is super dumb. We don't really need another mouth to feed. On the other hand, it's a red panda. And, well, that's really all there is to it. It's a red panda. Yeah. This stuff can't really be eaten by humans, but I think it can be used in some manufacturing if we get into some more Morrowind stuff. Oh, I'll have to refresh my memory as we go. I really could use, I'm going to need to get some steel So we're going to send someone up there to mine now that we've got our tunnel mostly done. Almost done. Oh, we're out of wood again already. Sorry guys, you're just gonna be forever unhappy. Until we luck out and get some anima seeds. Now the reason our people venerate the anima colossus from alpha animals is that they basically grow anima seeds or anima pearls, which can be planted to grow the anima trees, which in this case are actually the gronulin trees. I never pronounce it right. I never remember how it's spelled. But it's basically the trees from royalty that give us dryads and stuff, except reskinned to look like anima trees instead of being bright orange. Oh no, we've got a we got a mega Wolverine attacking. Problem. Yeah, let's try driving it off. Yeah, this isn't good. Who's our archers? Okay. Oh, that went down a lot easier and quicker than I was expecting. I remembered Mega Wolverines being very difficult, but that went very well. Okay. With high animal skill, you also can tame these guys. I forget what the chance of them getting angry is if you try taming them. Let's see if it tells us. It's not going to tell us. Okay. So it will be a gamble if we try to tame them. If we do tame them, they are very good defensive animals and attack animals and that sort of thing. But yeah, I don't know if we're going to successfully do it or not. We'll find out when I have the courage to try. Oh, hey, yeah, fine, eat my food, jerk. We'll try and keep the Cuomo out of our big storage space since they will eat our food by building a door. I don't particularly know that they will respect the door. Oh, hey. Okay, who's our construction person? Okay, yeah, no, Cuomo will just go in and out. They're gonna eat my food. We might have to try dealing with them instead of letting them continue to, or what we might have to do is move our food stuff further away from them. Okay, how are we going to do this? I really can't afford war with the Cuomo right now. Okay, we still have a lot of heavy fur. We're just going to try moving the food a little bit further away from the Cuomo and see if that saves us some trouble. My cats have a big case of the zoomies right now because they just had their breakfast, so if you are hearing any crashing and noise, background noise of just mayhem, that would be Frumpkin and the Void playing. But maybe what I should do for the food. Will this be far enough away from the frickin' Cuomo? Okay, it's plain leather tent flap to save some of that. Okay, these chickens are not going to last long. We are not going to be able to feed them through the winter. We're not going to be doing a pen. Going to put raw food in here, except for fertilized eggs. Actually, before I'm not going to waste my stuff building this thing until we see if this is not far enough away from the Cuomo. If it is far enough away from the Cuomo, then we're good to go. We need more wood. Oh, hey, we've got all this wood that's been chopped down. It's just as... I'm going to wake you up and have you finish building this, because that's going to be very important to us. It's unfortunate that it needs some wood to build, but yeah, that's going to be super important to us. Basically, we're going to let the chickens just sort of be stuck there. Well, would the eggs be worth trying to keep the hens? I don't think I would keep any of the roosters because I don't really need a whole bunch of chicks. But however long we can keep those hens alive, they will produce eggs. We're just not gonna have fodder for them. I think we're probably at the point where we can have them stop sowing in these fields. I hope I'm not calling it too soon, but actually we'll let them keep sowing the chickpea plant because I think the chickpeas are the fastest growing plants. And they have the best chance of, and they have the most fertile soil, so they have the best chance of still being able to make it. Okay, the reason why it was so important that I got a real butchering table built is because one job that this can do that the others can't is extract bone marrow. I'm using the Room of Madness Bones mod. Is how I'm getting bones out of what I butcher. And 40 bones processed at the table will make 10 bone marrow, which can make a meal. So basically it's our emergency food supply, is whatever bones we don't use up building furniture or crafting. Okay, what do we have for critters now? The moose are nice, easy targets. The aves are a problem because they have the high chance of attacking if you hunt them. So, moose it is. We're not making pemmican fast enough. It's rotting away. The meat is rotting before we get the pemmican made, and that's kind of upsetting me. Did we ever get any of that steel mined? Yeah, some of that steel has been mined. Okay, we can make the more efficient stove then. Annoyingly, we'll still need the less efficient fire to keep everything warm. But once we transfer over the bills of cooking to the stove, it'll at least be... We'll be burning to double the wood, though. I don't know if it's worth it, because we really can't afford to be burning double the wood. So let's just keep the fire. It's slower cooking, but at least then we're only putting wood into one thing. And that's, I think, going to be super important for us. If we're going to try surviving this. Yeah, we had no money or anything to trade, so well, maybe I don't think they would have taken the Mammoth Tusk, because that's just not quite their thing. They were an armor smith, not an exotic goods. Here we go. Okay, this is good. I do use a mod that makes the anima or these trees that form our dryads. It basically makes them a lot more. It makes it so that I can have buildings closer to them than otherwise would be the case. I find it a little dumb, the base game thing, where, I mean, if you're playing a tree worshipping tribe or whatever, they should be able to live closer to the tree than needing to be, you know, across the map from the trees for the trees to function well. So I do have things set so that, you know, it takes a little less time to prune, and I can have other buildings closer to it, because I don't want to have to deal with, I want them to be effective, basically. I want them to not be more trouble than they're worth. And in my opinion, the vanilla anima trees, or, you know, these trees in vanilla are just, in vanilla, they're just more trouble than they're worth. You don't get enough out of them for the amount of effort you have to put into them. Which, you know, that's just my 2 cents. Others would definitely disagree. It's just, I do not like... Let's hunt a few more of the smaller critters. But yeah, with the Cuomo Nest here, what we might wind up doing is moving any underground stuff more to like this area, far away from the Cuomas. Just so that they're not going to trample over our stuff, eat our food, and generally make themselves into pains in the butt. I'm going to go ahead and up the connection so that it does take them a little more time to prune it every day, but we'll get a few more dryads out of it once it gets old enough. Okay. I gotta watch the temperature, because when the night starts getting too cold, plants will start just dying off without us being able to harvest them. And I want to make sure that nothing just dies without giving us something from it. If we have to harvest them early and we don't get as much as we normally would out of them, that's still better than getting nothing at all. I think I'm going to go ahead and reduce how many meals we cook compared to pemmican, because we really need to do the pemmican. It's the only way we have to make everything long lasting, so that we just don't have meat rotting away before we can use it. Oh, our Colossus dropped an anima pearl. Oh! I thought these could be planted. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, they can be. Oh, you were in the middle of hunting. Now let's get this party started. Oh! Oh, it makes... I thought that they made these trees. They make these trees. which are not modded to be okay with buildings being close. So it is too close to my buildings, and it is a very unhappy tree. Oops. This is where it's been a while since I used the Anima Colossus for anything, so I misremembered. My cats are still going bonkers, so again, if you're hearing any crashing and noise, it's happy kitties burning off energy. Chasing each other around, going bonkers. Okay, a new day is dawning. Let's see what we can get accomplished, if anything. What I am going to do is we're going to set up and oh no, I didn't want it built into the wall. It's going to make that anima tree super unhappy. Oh, Mad Frost up. But is it, or did it? Yeah, nope, it did it again. Yeah, I don't know why that started happening. A fairly large number of my mods have updated in the last 2 days. And some of them, one or other of them, kind of mucked up the Scaria and the Mad Animals thing. Yeah, you're probably super unhappy because, oh yeah, you got your proposal. And you're slept in the heat, and you're sleeping alone, and you got your proposal rejected, and everyone is miserable all the time. But let's go ahead and we'll get our sight spinner, since that's apparently one of the big problems, is that we don't have that. Who was it again? Yeah, Bastian. Okay. Social, assign role. You will be our sight spinner. They're less concerned, I guess, with an actual leader and other stuff at the moment. Boy, we're getting shot down left and right. Getting shot down left and right. Oh. Feast day, but we are not gonna have the food for the feast. Oh. I'll cook a little extra food today, and we'll see if we can scrounge up enough to throw the feast, because if I can throw a feast that people are happy with, which is a bit of a long shot, it will just be, you know, good for morale and all that fun stuff. Oh, okay, we got this dumping zone here. Do you also accept chunks? I forget. Yeah, you do accept chunks, and... Oh, I do need to build them a bathroom, because that's also not helping them be happy. We'll see if we can end this episode on them having their feast. And, or if that's going to be doomed because they're just not going to have the food to waste. Okay, I'm going to have to think about that chicken quest because I don't really have... I don't really have things set up to take care of even my own chickens, much less a quest chicken. Wasn't there a second raider? Yeah, they're going after whoever it was. Oh, the second raider's here destroying my fish traps. Jerk. Actually, Nivener, let's just have you go home. You got hurt pretty bad. Okay, who are our doctors? Everyone but Nivener is our doctor. Okay. One thing I am gonna do is I want you guys to self-tend if you need to. Okay. What's your story? You know, you might be worth trying to save, so I'm gonna keep my game paused for a minute here long enough to throw a bed down here, because this is away from any weapons and other things that are in the general inventory. Yeah, you're gonna be mad because you're eating without a table, but hurry up and eat, and then stabilize this guy. Okay, no immediate danger. Capture him. We'll see if we can convert him. And it's going to be hard because he's going to be a super unhappy prisoner because I do not have a fun setup for prisoners. I mean, not that anything's ever fun for prisoners, but you know what I mean. Okay, yeah, I actually, this stuff is deteriorating because it's outside, so I really need you guys to haul it. Has someone tended to you? Nobody tended to him. Okay, this is interesting. I forgot to set. Oops. Oops. Okay, we may lose somebody because I was a big doofus. But everybody is super angry. Okay, woolly rhinoceros. It's a risky hunt, but I think we're gonna go for it because if successful, they are going to give us a good amount of food. Oh great, the flu. We don't have a lot of medicine. I mean, we don't have a lot of anything. Except for chickpeas. We have a lot of chickpeas, which is good. That is a very good thing. We want to have a lot of chickpeas. I'm gonna have you wake up and do this. I know it's gonna make you cranky. But again, I'm trying to keep... Yeah, botch that construction. Okay, well, nope, you're not gonna be building that because... you're just too terrible at building. And you trying to build that is just gonna waste materials every time. Okay, yeah, it's getting too cold at night. We're gonna just need to harvest the whole shebang. Plant cutting is now, I mean, doctoring is still priority 1 because we need them to heal themselves. But plant cutting is emergency operations. And I think we're going to have to wait until next episode to see if we can carry out the feast. I don't think we're going to. I think they're going to skip the feast this year, but we'll see if we can change that. We will find out next time with the blind green wardens, or what did I call them again? Blindwardens of the Green. There we go. Blindwardens of the Green. So thank you for tuning in. This is Vulpus heading out for a little bit, maybe get some housework done, and then I'm probably going to play more RimWorld because that's how my life has been lately.